American classic cars are more than just vehicles, they are moving historical artifacts. However, some are so scarce, they are on the brink of extinction. Let's take a closer look at the 20 rarest vintage American cars that you probably have not seen. The Ford Crown Victoria is regarded as one of the most important automobiles in the history of American automobile manufacturing. The car was released in 1955 together with the launch of Continental automobiles. The vehicle was an instant hit in the American market due to its high level of sophistication, comfort, ease in handling, and large interior space. The Ford Crown Victoria is stylish. However, in different decades it has served different purposes in the market. There was a time it was popularly used in police fleets, in the 1980s and 90s, but that is not its history, so to speak. The earlier models of the Crown Victoria, especially those manufactured during the 50s and 60s, were chrome-plated and fitted with high-end features and amenities. These early models were equipped with powerful American-made V8 engines and were seen roaming the highways of America during those years. A well-kept original Ford Crown Victoria is hard to find in the present era, since there are hardly any such vehicles still in production. Motor enthusiasts and classic car aficionados typically find it to be a true precious gem in the classic car market. The Ford Fairlane Skyliner was introduced to the market in 1957, and it was a game-changer at the time. It had a distinctive feature that was not found in any other cars on the market: a retractable hardtop. This means that with a push of a button, the hardtop could be removed, and the car transformed from an enclosed hardtop sedan into an open-air convertible within a matter of seconds. This transformation definitely wowed audiences during the time. Only 20,000 units were manufactured in between the years 1957 and 1959, making it one of the rarest models. But this new feature from Ford, combined with the luxurious feeling of a satin interior and a powerful V8 engine, allowed the driver to experience a ride unlike anything else on the market at the time. These features did indeed come at a price, but today the Fairlane Skyliner is counted as a priceless antique. The Skyliner is considered to be a pure work of art of American automotive engineering, but nowadays finding one in pristine condition is an impossible feat, and whenever there is one available on auction, car collectors sprint to grab the opportunity to own this piece of history. The Buick Electra 225 convertible is one of the most luxurious cars of its time, perhaps the most powerful when it first came out. Dubbed Deuce and a Quarter, the car's V8 engine makes it remarkably stronger than its competitors. It also features a long body, leather seats, and chrome detailing, which improves its attractiveness. Debuting in 1959 gave the Electra a massive boost, considering the car's strong resemblance to mid-century American engineering made it a sight for sore eyes. The amount of beauty packed under the hood was breathtaking, but what separated the sedan from its competitors was the fact that there were so few of them produced. Even though the Buick brand produced a lot of these cars over the years, the sheer number of cars being scrapped along with their extreme weight has made it a rare ID. If you manage to find one, consider yourself very lucky. American collectors around the world admire the Electra for its classic lines, smooth rid, and let's not forget the luxury it exudes. A good condition. Electra 225 is among the most sought-after cars around the world, making it very expensive. In the 1960s, one of the finest luxury cars was the Buick Electra 225 convertible, which was released in 1959 under the name Deuce and a Quarter. This vehicle had a powerful engine, a chrome detailing body, and leather interior with seats, all of which were considered a luxury in that era. What makes this particular vehicle even more special is how rare it actually is. While the Electra 225 was mass-produced in the early 1960s, only few are left in mint condition. These gems are hard to find now, mainly due to the fact that because of their weight, many were scrapped. The Electra 225 is an elegant yet powerful representation of American engineering, making it popular with collectors till this day. The deep lines of chrome infused sets an unparalleled statement of boldness, which is accompanied with the smooth ride and beautiful aesthetics, making it one of the finest classic cars. Due to all these factors, an intact Electra 225 is highly sought after by cream car lovers and can be sold at very high prices. It is no wonder that car enthusiasts from all corners cherish the Ford Thunderbird. Although it was first introduced in 1955, the Thunderbird was Ford's response to the Chevrolet Corvette, but with a catch. It was a personal luxury vehicle instead of a masochistic sports car. The first generation of Thunderbirds, usually referred to as the Baby Bird, married performance and elegance by offering the V8 engine, an opulent interior, and a jaw-dropping design. Over the years, the Thunderbird phased out, but the 57 and 58 models are famous among collectors due to their cool tail fins and glossed-over aesthetics. The 1955 model, in particular, is one of the most sought after in today's market. Regardless of its state, there are barely 16,000 units sold from the debut year. The Thunderbird models underwent numerous beneficial redesigns, which in turn have helped keep their value. However, the first-generation models are the most sought after. In this day and age, a well-preserved 1955 or 57 Thunderbird can sell for hundreds of thousands at auctions. The American automotive design from the mid-century is fully encapsulated in this vintage beauty. The first-generation models of the C1 are classified as collectibles, and the Chevrolet Corvette was nicknamed America's sports car in the year 1953. Because of this, they set the stage for what was to become a global icon, and if you own one, you own an automotive masterpiece. The Chevrolet Corvette C1 was produced in the year 1953, and only 300 pieces were ever created, making them rare, making the first-year model very coveted by collectors. As for the C1, it features a 150 horsepower 235 coil-in straight-six engine, which was decent for the time, but it was after the 1955 model where the introduction of the V8 engine marked the true beginning of the Chevy Corvette sports car moniker. With its swift and curvaceous body of the two-toned colors, along with the quad headlights, the C1 is an appealing sight and a statement that stands out wherever it is. Launched in 1957, the Chrysler 300e was one of the few powerful luxury cars of its time. As it broke into the American market, Chrysler introduced the Letter Series for its high-performing vehicles. This series consisted of ultra-powerful automobiles built during the 50s and 60s. The 300e was a powerful sedan featuring a 392 cubic inch Hemi V8 engine capable of 375 horsepower. What made the 300e unique was its extremely aggressive styling, made it stand out amongst its competitors. The car featured a long hood, massive fins, and sharp angles which made a truly aggressive statement. It was not all just looks though. The car also came with leather high-end features which added to the luxury appeal. Now, only a handful of 300 pounds remain, making it a rare collector's item. The Pontiac Grand Prix showcased American muscle magnificently during its mid-century years. The Grand Prix debuted in 1962, hence Pontiac released it in response to the increase in demand for powerful sports coupes. Very luxurious in terms of performance and visual appeal. The Grand Prix was stylishly unique, standing head and shoulders above the rest. It had high-end features, leather-covered seats, eye-catching dashboard designs, and the powerful V8 engine, which had the ability to propel the automobile from 0 to 60 faster than 6 seconds. There was wide praise for the 1962 and 1963 models due to their vast performance capabilities around highways and racetracks, making the models sought after. The 63 Grand Prix is the most coveted among cars for collectors, with its enticing long structure, sharp grille, and sleek tail fins. Due to the car being so scarce today, its appeal is only further enhanced. There tend to be very low production figures and extremely few in good condition. For years, the Pontiac Grand Prix has been and still remains one of the most sought-after and profitable treasures among collectors of these unique muscle cars. The Oldsmobile 442 is an exquisite car that depicts the evolution of the muscle car era and American muscle cars within the 1960s. More than 5 decades ago, Oldsmobile introduced the sporty Oldsmobile 442 to compete against the likes of the Pontiac GTO and Chevy Chevelle SS. The name 442 was derived from its specifications because of the 4-barrel carburetor, 4-speed manual transmission, and dual exhausts, which made the car a beast on the road. It wasn't just about speed, The 442 was designed to be aerodynamic with a wide stance and sharp angles which served the dual purpose of increasing speed while adding to the car's aggressive appearance. Oldsmobile didn't produce a huge number of these cars, and the 64 model, in particular, is a collector's favorite. Today, well-maintained 442s are hard to come by, especially in original condition. They definitely are a must-have piece for muscle car aficionados who have a deep admiration for American classics. The 1969 Dodge Charger RT is one of the most recognizable muscle cars at this point. The Charger RT was famed due to its aggressive styling and American power, making it an icon with features such as a long curved front, rear spoiler, and the infamous separation grille. The Charger RT was advanced since it had a Hemi engine underneath the bonnet which provided a staggering amount of power. They were able to command the streets and racetracks alike. However, the Charger RRT was popularized by being cast into the world's famous TV series The Dukes of Hazzard, which without question popularized the Charger to no end. Without the series, the 1969 Charger RT is extremely rare, like many others that have been modified or changed over time. In addition, this classic muscle car is a radiant feature of a true collector's item, forever claiming the title of the most good-looking and best-performing cars in their category. The Mercury Cougar XR7, launched in 1967, was Ford's response to the increasing demand for luxurious muscle cars, and the Pontiac GTO. The XR7 was a perfect amalgamation of muscle and luxury, concealing the sheer power of a coupe while allowing for a comfortable ride. With a V8 engine, the Cougar was built to go fast. Its trimmed interior, consisting of wooden decorations, leather seats, and its stylish dashboard, made it perfect for those wanting to cruise in style. To this date, only a few of these models are found in good working condition, making them coveted by collectors. Even though these cars were made nearly 40 years ago, their combination of beauty and brawn secured their prominence. The Cougar XR7 made a name for itself as a powerful yet luxurious car, earning a reputation for itself in the first few years of production. The Shelby GT350 Mustang is the epitome of all American muscle cars. Near the top spot on every enthusiast list, the GT350 was first produced in 1965 after being modified from the classic Ford Mustang. Built by Carroll Shelby, the GT350 was designed to provide unrivaled performance. With a powerful 271 horsepower V8 engine, the GT350 was capable of 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 7 seconds. However, Shelby knew that speed alone wouldn't appeal to a wider range of customers, as the numerous other features made modifications to a much wider range of visual appeal. Some stops Shelby made were adding custom paint, racing stripes, making the suspension unwilling to flex, and placing GT350 nameplates that set his vehicle apart from different Mustang models. Owning a Shelby GT350 is seen as both a privilege and an honor, as this model is regarded as one of his finest masterpieces due to limited production. The status of mystique only grows when we take into consideration how rare a Shelby GT350 is to own today. When trying to find a prototype model that has not been tampered with, there are no doubts you're in the grazing lands of American master cars. The American company Buick also indulged in muscle cars, with the GSX being one of the strongest muscle cars to emerge from the company. The GSX came as a performance-packed model in 1970 for the Buick Skylark. Not only was it introduced, but it was made the strongest V8, featuring a 455 cubic inch engine and 350 horsepower, making it the strongest car to grace the roads. Unlike the rest of the cars of that time, the GSX had much more packed under the hood. Detailed changes like routing the rear parts of the car out back instead of the front spoiler, auditing the GSX badge, and changing the old colors of white and red set it apart from the rest. In 1970, Buick only manufactured 678 units of the GSX, and most of them came with Stage 1 packages. Today, the muscle car Buick GSX is an extremely rare automobile that showcases the beauty in pure power and classic muscle car engineering. Among the most opulent American automobiles of the 50s is none other than the Packard Caribbean convertible. First released in 1953, Caribbean convertibles were quite literally works of art due to their sleek designs and mouth-watering comfort. With the body panels covered in chrome and the stylish dual-tone and tri-tone paint choices, the icing on the cake was the singular hood scoop, which made these cars stand out even more. They used to have a 317 cubic inch straight-8 engine, which allowed the car to genuinely glide down the road. It is no wonder they were so exclusive, as out of the 10,000 Packards made during that time, less than 10,000 Caribbean convertibles were ever created. With their one-of-a-kind style and distinctive low numbers, the Caribbean is without a doubt one of the most coveted American dream automobiles. The AMC AMX3 is a car that was conceived but never built. Designed in the late 1960s, the goal was to produce an American mid-engine sports car that could compete with Italian Ferrari and Lamborghini. The AMX3 was constructed with the assistance of Italian bodybuilders. European styling merged with American muscle was the idea, all made possible by the 390 cubic inch V8 engine. A remarkable achievement in the era was the ability to reach speeds of up to miles per hour. Unfortunately, only 6 prototypes of the car were completed before mass production was planned, and the AMX3 project was cancelled. Today, these scarce remains of the car are amongst the most exquisite and valuable American automobiles that exist, serving as a perfect example of Italian craftsmanship mixed with American engineering. The Tucker 48, or the Tucker Torpedo, is considered one of the most creative pieces of automobile engineering. It was designed by Preston Tucker in 1948, and it featured numerous cutting-edge safety technologies like a pop-out windshield, padded dashboards, and a center-mounted headlight that pivoted with the steering wheel. This vehicle was way ahead of its time. To make things even better, the Tucker 48 was equipped with a rear-mounted 335 cubic inch engine that allowed smooth and silent performance. But just like many good things, this car was hindered due to legal and financial challenges, which led to only 51 being produced. Because of this, the Tucker 48 is considered one of the most valuable American cars that represent innovation. Just like the previously mentioned car, the Studebaker Avanti was designed with boldness in mind. Differentiating from the trend, the Avanti came out in 1962 and was labeled as America's only 4-passenger high-performance personal car. Marketing-wise, its design was unique, while low-bodied with a pointed front nose and a curved rear window. With the goal of appealing to a broader audience, the Avanti was built with a supercharged V8 engine that provided the appropriate level of speed and power desired. But due to financial complications along with production issues, only 4,600 units of the car were produced in its initial year. Even with these initial constraints, the Avanti continues to be a favorite amongst collectors due to its futuristic architecture and power. People from the 1950s considered Cadillac Eldorado Brougham the most luxurious car around. This vehicle debuted in 1957 and was a high-end model filled with innovative features. It had an air suspension system, automated memory seats, and even a separate compartment for accessories like lipstick and perfume. The vehicle had a V8 engine at its heart. If you think these features are enough to drive a car, wait till you listen to the price. It was priced higher than a Rolls-Royce, making it accessible only to a handful of elite people. Cadillac produced a mere 704 units over 2 years, and this makes the vehicle one of the rarest luxury cars in the USA. The Plymouth Superbird is an infamous classic car with a unique body structure and a huge wing at the back. Its construction began in 1970, and the Superbird was specifically made for NASCAR. It was built to gain an advantage on the racetrack. Packed with an impressive engine, a powerful 426 Hemi V8, it smashed the competition. The design of the Superbird was exceptionally bold and at the time extremely controversial. Its enormous wing had virtually no use for everyday driving. Due to this, Plymouth manufactured only 1,120 Superbirds, which means that it's extremely rare now. Disregarding the design elements, the Superbird has gained legendary status in the muscle car industry and is one of the most coveted cars among collectors. The Lincoln Continental Mark II is the epitome of subtle sophistication. The Mark II's production was started in 1956 for it to become the most expensive car in the world, vying for the competition with Rolls-Royce. It had clean, handcrafted interiors and a head-turning 368 cubic-inch V8 engine. The Mark II was the costliest yet most effortless vehicle to operate and was sold at nearly double the price of its competitors. In the mid-century, only 3,000 units were launched, targeting the high class and making it one of the most exclusive American vehicles. More than mere automobiles, these 20 cars are milestones in the history of cars. Each has an exquisite tale to tell, from their attention-grabbing designs and unmatched rarity to the time when American cars ruled the roads, such as the amazing luxury offered by the Cadillac Eldorado Brougham, the astonishing innovation in the Tucker 48, and the aggressive power in the Plymouth Superbird, which is raw and unmatched. These cars will continue to impress car enthusiasts and collectors. Classic cars will always stand on a pedestal in our hearts.